Look at my puppy.
Look.
What are you doing?
Answer them in whatever order, but how did you all develop over the season?
Okay. For me, I feel like learning all the new plays and stuff at the beginning, like, we wasn't really, like, structured. But, like, going on in the season, we definitely developed as, like, our timing, and we got the plays down. And our defense, in my opinion, was what helped us a lot. So. That's all I got. That's all I got.
How about the bird
You
watcher?
want me to go?
Well, yeah, the bird watcher.
I just think, like Carli said, like, we had to learn new plays at the beginning of the year. And, I mean, that was kind of not hard, but, like, we didn't know what we were doing. But no matter what, like, we always could rely on defense. And I think that helped us and saved us in a lot of games, too. If our offense wasn't working, no matter what, our defense was.
All right, and what are your plans for the summer to improve going into next year?
I guess I'll answer this one. Plans to improve. But, like, for me personally, I'm planning on improving, like, my ball handling and my shot and footwork around the basket. And I'll be playing AAU basketball this summer and get to play against some really good competition. So that will also help.
Yeah, for me, it's like, well, not post work, not like footwork and stuff around the basket because I did not belong down there. But I will be playing AAU this summer against some great competition also. Individually, I'm, like, working on ball handling and getting more shots up and stuff. And as, like, a team, I hope we just, like, our camps get to going and, like, we get to play together. So, like, the incoming freshmen, we get, a kind of idea how they get to play and stuff. So
I agree with Carli, just hoping our camp and stuff would get to going because, like, we lost 4 starters. No, we lost 3 starters. Yeah. So, like, that's like a brand new team going to have to start. I think we'll have to learn new work and stuff and playing this summer as a team with Coach Parker and working on stuff that'll develop us really good for coming years.
And what was one of the best moments during the last season that you had?
I would say, like, our whole season was really fun, and we had a lot of good moments during it. But one of my favorite times is when we have the overnight trips for tournaments, and just the team bonding and the time we get to have together is a lot of fun. And we also won all 3 of the tournaments that we played in this year. So,
and we continue on doing that, carrying that tradition.
Carli. I think the bus rides were kind of, bus rides were always team bonding. And like Savanah said, our tournaments, just hanging out as a team together was really fun.
What was the toughest game you had this season?
We had several tough games this season against ranked teams. So I'd say one of our toughest games was against West Plains because it was for a conference championship. And the game was just kind of back and forth the whole time. So it was tough.
I agree with Savanah on that, but then again, I would say our Jeff City and Rockbridge games were also kind of tough because they were state ranked in Class 5, and they were 1 and 2 in Class 5, and for us to be Class 4 and ranked 4th in the state, and to be able to lose by like 6 and 8 and still keep up with them, like, I feel like that was a big accomplishment, but it was still a tough game.
I agree on Rockbridge. I think Rockbridge was one of, like, our hardest games. I think we matched up with them really well just with our guards and stuff and our speed. I think that was probably our toughest game, but West Plains was probably – it was just more the most intense game, I would say, because it was, like, a conference champ, like, game.
And a rival game. I would say
Yes.
Sullivan was a tough game. Both Sullivan
Especially-
games were tough games.
Yes. I kind of want to – what other game?
Kickapoo. Kickapoo, we won by 1 in overtime. Oh, you're talking about Kalini Halalili or whatever. She's from St. Clair. The
never
Hawaiian
mind.
girl.
Yeah.
I said Kalili Halalili.
All right. And who in your family has kind of helped you along the last year or so to improve overall?
Ooh, child.
I guess. My parents have helped me a lot. My dad has coached me since 2nd grade, and my parents have driven me all over the place for tournaments, and my family's always come to my games and supporting me. So, yeah.
I would say my grandparents, because they take me everywhere for AAU and just basketball in general. Savannah's dad, because he's been my coach since 4th, 5th grade, and he still continues to support the team that he used to have. And then I would say my older brothers, because they would always make me work out, and if I missed a left-handed layup, I have to do 3 laps around the house when I was 7. Never liked it.
I would say oh, sorry, Carli.
No, I was going to say, but that's it for me, so.
Oh. I would say, but my parents a lot. My dad and Devin always coached us when me and Savanah and upwards when we were on together. We always got coached by them, and I think my dad and Devin pushed me the hardest, I would say, just getting in the gym and working. And like Carli said, Devin, even though he's not our coach anymore, he still coaches us from the sidelines and off the court no matter what. So I'd say Devin and both my parents.
Oh, I would say Mace's parents too, because regardless of any situation, they've always been there. And like Mace said, her dad has always pushed and motivated other people, and he always has some type of input after the game.
All right. Now, what advice would you give someone younger that's moving up to the junior high or high school level about getting ready for basketball and what they need to learn?
Well, like I told my sister, because she's an upcoming freshman, I was like, really? It's a lot. I mean, not talking about basketball, it's team bonding. Like, a lot of it is just, it's not just like it's not just like basketball team. You're become family in basketball season, And I think Coach Parker talks about that a lot. We're really close as families and as a family. But besides that, practicing, work really hard. I don't know what else.
Wait,
I told her.
Question? I missed it.
What advice do you have for upcoming freshmen and junior high players?
And I think no matter what, if you're on the fence, I think you should try, because you may love it once you try to give it effort and give it a lot of thought, because we're all really close and we're a really good family, I think, as a team and stuff.
What I would say is don't try out, because if you think you're not good enough, or if you don't think you're going to be on varsity or JV, if you think you're going to be on freshman, or if you think you're going to be on the A or B team in junior high, I feel that shouldn't be a priority. I feel you should have fun and take it in as it's a learning experience and it gives you something to do. And going off what Mace said, the family thing, it's not just something we say. We've really become really, really close over this season. And it's because you're with the same girls for 5 to 6 months. And you're with them for 2 hours every single day, weekends, putting in extra work. You just really become a family and just bond.
And so how was it to adjust to, a new coach after, getting used to an old system?
I would say it was easier for us three because we were only freshmen last year, so we wasn't really in the program for that long. So when this whole thing just changed, like, the plays were not really not new to us at all because we've been running them since like 5th grade and on. But for me, the change it wasn't big. Like, just learning plays was tough, and then for him to like sit there and walk through and like not get frustrated with us when we was learning it, and like he kept talking through it. And, like, this and that. And, of course, after, like, a couple days of, like, running the same play, just walking through it, he wanted us to pick it up and, like, run through it with defense and stuff. But for me, it was good. I was good with it. So.
It's not hard. I don't think, like, yes, it takes time to learn new plays, but I think it was harder to know, like, because you don't know where people are going and stuff like that. You had to know every spot almost besides post, or for me and Carli at least, to know a post spot because, like, you may be in a game with 2 other people that you're not practicing with at practice. You have to know different spots, but I think by end of season we're getting the plays down really good.
And, like, knowing different spots and, like, I thought I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, we didn't really know, like, the type of person, like, Coach Parker was. So, like, I was scared that he could have been, like, really, really mean and, like, rude and stuff. But, like, he's so chilled. He makes practice fun. He gets into the games and, like, everything. Like, he gets hyped, which makes us get hyped. And so he never brings a bad energy. Like, he'll get frustrated with us just to, like, get us in check. And, like, he doesn't ever really get mad. He just lays out what we did wrong, tells us how to fix it, and then we try to do that. And then that's what made us so successful.
And going off of Carli saying, like, Coach Parker didn't never get angry. He got mad at us a couple times when he knew we weren't playing our game. Like, he would call a timeout and say, girls, this isn't the way you're playing. Like, this is not the way you're supposed to. You're better than this. And then we would get our act together. So, like, that helped us a lot. But, like, he brings us, like, I don't want to say he, like, makes us feel like he brings us in, like, as a family. Like, he makes us complete. I don't know how to word it.
He's like that centerpiece that holds us all together.
And he's always
if he brings a bad energy to practice, or if he like brings bad energy to games, that bad energy is gonna go off onto us, and we're not gonna want to be there, or like we're not gonna want to play. So he always brings that good energy, those good vibes, the hype and everything, and then we're always excited, hyped, ready to go, and we just all have a great time.
And, like, no matter what, he asks, no matter how bad his day is, no matter what, he asks how we are doing, or, like, how's our day and stuff like that. He's always checking up on us no matter what.
Yeah. He's definitely interested in, like, his players' like, mentality and, like, how they're mentally doing and, like, how their school's going and stuff. So